Welcome to Chochom on the Daf. We're holding in Zevachim Daf Tetzayin. The Gemara in Amud Aleph, in one of the attempts to teach me, how do I know that a zar is mechala avodah? The Gemara says, let's learn from Yoshev. Someone who sits is mechala avodah. So of course a zar is mechala avodah. Says the Gemara, but a Yoshev is pasul leidus. One who's sitting is pasul leidus. Says the Gemara, no, but a Talmid Chochom can sit down when he's giving an edus, and therefore you could learn from Yoshev. So Toys asks over here, it's a Toys also brought down in other places in Shas. Toys asks, how can you tell me that Talmid Chochom can sit down and gives an edus? The Gemara in Sanhedrin in Daf Yotes, the Bayan Melech, when they testified on him, they told him he has to stand up. Says Toys, a king is greater than a Talmid Chochom, because by a king it says Melech shemochel kvoidoi in kvoidamochel. He can't give up on his kavod. But a Talmid Chochom could give up on his kavod. Talmid Chochom shemochel kvoidoi kvoidamochel. So you see, the king is greater. So if a king has to stand, how can you tell me that a Talmid Chochom can sit? Says Taisus that no, a Talmid Chochom is greater than a king. That's why a king cannot sit and a Talmid Chochom could sit. If so why a Talmid Chochom can be moichel in his kavod and a king not? Says Taisus the big yesod. He says the reason is because a king cannot be moichel his kavod, because the kavod is not his. His kavod is a kavod of acherim. Other people respect him. Is the kavod malchus. Another place is brought down is the kavod malchus Hashem. He doesn't own this kavod. He can't just give up on it. But at Talmid Chochom, the kavod comes from the Torah, and the Torah is his. He owns the Torah, so therefore he can give up the kavod of Torah. But really, Talmid Chochom is greater. Tosis is referencing the Gemara of the Zohar Daf Yotes, the Gemara that says that Kim b'Torah Hashem cheftzoi u'b'Torah soy yehegeh yom v'layla. So the beginning of the pasuk it says Torah Hashem, and the end of the pasuk it says u'b'Torah soy, his own Torah. So it says the Gemara b'tchilo nikres hashmoy shakosh bochu u'l'basayif nikres hashmoy, and then afterwards it is considered to be the name belongs to the Talmid Chochom. What is the difference between Betchilo and Besoif? So Rashi mentions Torah bo. In Betchilo, before he worked at it, so the Torah is not his. Once he worked at it, it became his Torah. And first should bring several other explanations. The Avodah Shlomo Klug over there in Avodah Zarah, and similarly says the Ein Eliyahu over there. That Betchilo means before he was Mechadesh his own Chidushim. When a person just learns Torah, he learns, he's a Goyris the Torah, then it's not his Torah. But once he's mechadish his own chidushim, once he goes and he creates his own new Torah, then the Torah is his. Shlomo Klug goes on to say that's the Pshat in the Mishnah, Aset Torah Chakva. Torah Chakva means that Torah will be your chidushim. You're not just going to learn other things, what other people teach you, but it's kavua by you, it's yours. And Ayin Shama, he goes on to explain the Mishnah. So that's what Torah is referring to over here, and he says, a king, the kavod is not his. At Talmid Chochom, once he's mechadish chidushim, he can give up on the kavod because the Torah is his. Now this Nekuda connects very well to Inyan D'Yom, because we're holding right before Yom Kippur. And in Yom Kippurim, we were zoichet to luchos achronos, luchos shniers. The second luchos came on Yom Kippur. And Ayin Beis Halevi, Drush Ches, the famous Drush, where the Beis Halevi explains what's the difference between the luchos rishonos and luchos achronos. The first luchos, so the Torah was included in the luchos, the entire Torah. But in luchos achronos, you have only Torah shebechtav, and Torah sheba'al peh is what each person has on his own. And in a sense, he continues to say that that's the ma'ila of luchos achronos. Luchos rishonos, the Torah doesn't really belong to Am Yisrael because the Torah sheba'al peh is included in the Torah shebechtav. But the luchos achronos, the Torah belongs to Am Yisrael. It's theirs. Torah sheba'al peh, they own it. It's written on their heart. And I Tzaddik HaKoyen Machshavas Choros Oisus Beis, that says very similarly, he says that the luchos rishonos is Torah shebechtav, and luchos achronos is Torah sheba'al peh. And the main difference between luchos rishonos and luchos achronos, between Torah shebechtav and Torah sheba'al peh, Torah shebechtav is given by HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We can't add anything in Torah shebechtav. But Torah sheba'al peh, every Talmid is mechadash his own chiddush. And he says Torah shebechtav starts with the letter Beis and ends with the letter Lamed. Torah sheba'al peh, Mishnayos, starts with the letter Mem and ends with the letter Mem. And the remez is Torah shebechtav, we went from Beis to Lamed, there's nothing more to add right now. But Torah sheba'al peh, we start with Mem and end with Mem, meaning we're still in the same place. There's still so much to add on Torah Shabbat Peh. And another place is Mizbar Medivri Reb Tzadok, that's why it belongs to Yom Kippurim. Because in Yom Kippurim, we started a new process through tshuva. Tshuva is what a person created. We have our world, the world that is here. When a person does a chait, he destroys the world. How do you come and create a new world? He creates a new world through tshuva. So the same way tshuva creates a new world, there's also, we had a chiddush in Yom Kippurim that we received a Torah that a person can create his own Torah. And if we take all that, comes out a tremendous chiddush. This idea of Torah delay, that the Torah belongs to us, that's the chiddush of Yom Kippurim. On Shavuos, we didn't have that mile of Torah delay. That mile is coming in Yom Kippurim, only then it starts. And especially if we connect the Avodas Avodah and Ein Eliyahu that tells us that Torah delay depends on the fact you can say your own Chidushim. The own Chidushim starts only in Yom Kippurim and Torah Shabbat Peh that comes in Yom Kippur. So it comes out that tremendous koyach that the Chochom has, that is Torah, that belongs to him. And if it can be moichel in his kavod, is the chiddush that we have on Luchas Achronis that came in Yom Kippurim, the day of Tshuva the Am Yisrael created. V'advarim nifloim ad le'meod. To join or to sponsor the Shom Machshava Shiurim, please email shomachshava@gmail.com.